Let's bring them up. We got a great show for you tonight. I'm really looking forward to seeing some of these people. So let's bring them up. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Marc Zakarin.
Hey there, guys. How you doing? Thank you, John. Let's give a round of applause for John Shea. One of the great house comics here at Samantha's. I've been coming here for so many years since Samantha first invited me, and I promised her then if I ever got huge, if I ever got big, no matter how big I got in comedy, I'd still come back and perform here. And I gotta tell you guys, I've gained 15 pounds since I started performing here, and I'm gonna keep coming back here. I also have a special little connection here, because the Jew, me, met the Protestant, my wife Debbie over there, at a Catholic school dance. Honest to God. So I'm Jews for Santa. Go ahead, I got time. Consequently, I get Christmas gifts. And the bestest gift I ever got from Deb was the license plate for my leased car, Got Jokes. It was actually available in New York State. You guys might have seen me riding around the neighborhood for a few years with that license plate. And it was the best gift since my parents passed and left me their handicap pass for the car. So my neighbor saw the plate, and he's one of those one-up you guys. He's got to show off and do everything better. So all of a sudden he gets a plate that said, "So cool." And I wanted to get a plate for Debbie's car, and there it was. I got her a plate that said, "No, you're not." Could you guys please laugh at the same time? So anyway, so I drove down Jericho Turnpike, and I've been in Newsday with this plate. You guys ever see in Newsday on Sundays? They have a column called Vital Signs. They show a cool license plate, and they tell about it. So I'm driving down Jericho Turnpike, and there's this SUV with a plate that says 4, number 4, great, GRT, kids. So I have to drive up and tell me, open the window. I said, "Man, great plate, you can be in Newsday. You got 4 great kids?" He goes, "No, I got 5, but the 5th's an idiot." So it's a changing world, and I did a bar mitzvah not a month ago for a young guy named Shane Coughlin. John Shea, you hear that? So Shane said to me, "Mark, I feel a little embarrassed here. You know, my mother's side's here, I'm Irish too, my name is Irish, and only one half of the family pretty much was there." I said, "Shane, take it easy. Last week, I did Seymour Shapiro's baptism." Deb and I were in the city with our old friends, her friend Letitia, her black friend from childhood, and my friend Jonas, a slightly religious Jew. And they just had a beautiful baby girl, and they didn't know what to name it. We were sitting in a restaurant, they have the naming book, you know, and she wanted a soulful name, an American soulful name, and he wanted a slightly Jewish name, and it just hit me. I said, "Guys, name your kid Kanisha." Thank God people know what Kanisha is in the room. So, go ahead, I got time. It's all on my tape. So the guy working with us, a little tattooed gentleman from the Bronx, said to me, "Mark, that was really funny. My parents are Australian and black." Instantly I said, "You must be really good at hip hop." Some jokes stink until you figure them out, guys. My best audience, thank you so much. Let's wait until she finishes, please, guys. So, I hope everybody made it through the second hurricane okay. It looks like we're going to be okay this year. Did everybody here lose power during last year's hurricane? Anybody lose it for over a week like we did? Deb and I went to the shelters. We wanted to help out a little, so we went to some of the shelters and we brought them blackout cake. And we do eBay at home. We work all night long. We sell memorabilia. We sell collectibles on eBay. And when you lose your power, you lose your living. And we were so bored. I'm so hyper. We were hanging out all night. I didn't know what to do. I looted my own house. I got some good stuff. So then we decided, well, let's go down to Jones Beach, after a storm, a normal storm. You can find fossils and shark's teeth and jewelry and whatever. And we went down there, and with our luck, all we found was a metal detector. So when it was Halloween, if you guys remember, it was a pretty late hurricane, and we literally put out Halloween candy. I hope some of you guys did too, but nobody took anything. And then I said, I got it. I put out a basket of batteries. They were gone in 30 seconds. Then we had no batteries, so I went to Home Depot to grab the last batteries, and this big guy grabbed them out of my hand, slipped, hit me in the forehead. He got arrested for assault with a battery. Good cop joke of 30 cops in the room. So then I realized I went to my nephew's house, plenty of batteries. I cleaned out all his toys. So the only problem we had after was our washing machine went. The weirdest thing, what's gonna make your washing machine blow in a hurricane? So Deb said, oh, BC Richards, I've got a scratch and dent sale. Let's get going, let's go to Greenwich. So we go all the way to Greenwich, Connecticut. Walk in, the guy says, we don't got no scratch and dent sale. Oh, sorry, now you do. How much, guys? I actually had my first hot shave because I didn't have power. So I went to Oscar's on 110. You know that place over there? It's a great little place. And I had my first hot shave ever and my first transfusion ever. Actually, same guy that just cut my hair. And they have TVs in there, and he was watching Spartacus while he was cutting my new haircut here. So anyway, guys, so we love Long Island. We've lived here for 26 years. We bought a brand new house like so many others, and it went up to $675,000, and now it's worth maybe a lawnmower. Things have been tough with the economy. I remember when I was a kid and I bought fake ID to buy booze. I just bought a fake AARP card. Remember, that was when I was a kid, Samantha, wherever you are. So, it's okay up here. No trapdoor, I hope. So, I don't know if you guys know about all these pretzels on your table. And you repeat people, they shake them when people do off humor. And I have to say that I've had 972 jokes and no pretzel shakes. Yay! Thank you. The world record, right? The world record here is held by John Shea. 27,282 jokes and no pretzel shakes until that day in 2012 when he belched. The pretzels are a lot of fun, but you can eat them too, so don't be afraid to eat the pretzels, guys. In fact, I hope the coffee you're serving is chock full of nuts. Get it, guys? Chock full of nuts is the heavenly. There we go. I should get everybody to sing that. Economy-wise, I went to a restaurant recently, and the gal said, would you like your coffee black? I said, do you have any cheaper colors? So we love to go to the North Fork, and I do fundraisers, and we go to the wineries, and just recently went to the North Fork. You guys go out there a lot. You go to the wine tasting and fruit stands, and the wine tastings and the fruit stands, and the wine tastings and the fruit stands. By the time we got to the last winery, I asked the girl in the gift shop if she thought cannibals had people tastings. My wife and I went to South Carolina this summer to visit her relatives, and people are different everywhere. And they said to her, so where are you from on Long Island, Yankee girl? And with a big smile, Deb said, Hicksville. And they tarred and feathered me. Unbelievable, they tarred and feathered me. So Deb, what was next in the routine? Do you remember, honey? I actually want to do some trivia questions for you guys. And my Vanna White over there brought some caps, new, baseball caps, which we're going to give away. But first of all, is anybody in the room have a birthday today? There you go, little guy. So you're going to get a cap automatic, okay? I hope if it's too big for your head, put it on eBay, you'll get $20, then you'll get whatever you want. Deb, bring the caps over. So what's your name, buddy? Liam, how old are you today, Liam?
9.
Good man, 9. Well, I was 9 once. So the day is?
August 16th.
That's correct. And do you know who's famous born on your birthday today?
No.
Well, you'll find out in a minute because I'll turn it into some trivia questions. But let him pick the hat that he likes. So I was born on December 14th, and I didn't know who was famous on my birthday. I didn't have much. And then I looked in this big Barnes & Noble book, and I turned the page, and it said Nostradamus. I predicted you wouldn't laugh at that joke. Make up your mind already. So I guess I'll jump right into the trivia. But first I want to tell you guys, do you know what day of the year, does anybody in this room know what day of the year the most people are born? There is a day. The Lord picked the day. October 5th. A date. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said a day. I should have said a date. So one wonders why that is and how that happened. And that's why the Lord created New Year's Eve. And if you back up your days, this is a true fact. This is the educational portion of your guys' show tonight. So, trivia-wise, the birthdays that today are famous are interesting. One of them is Deion Sanders. And I don't know if John Shea's around, because you can win a cap, buddy. But what distinction that no other football or baseball player has does he have? Do I got a hand in the room? Don't yell it out. Go ahead, dear.
Baseball and football?
You got it. You win a cup. Let's hear it for this guy. Trivia, Samantha's a little bit out. Very good. World Series and the Super Bowl. Is what but that'll do. That'll do. We'll give it to her. I could be strict and tough, but I won't. So also, Kathy Lee Gifford, who was Ron Regis, you guys know Kathy Lee, married, and they're not married any longer. Excuse me? Right, Frank Gifford, and who was he? Raise your hand, one of you dudes. What team? Yeah, Giants. So now who gets the hat? None of you guys, because you're all idiots, right? Okay, then I'll do one other thing. What does distinction that those two have in common? You guys are not going to know that, but we'll try it. No, she's not. Oh yeah, she's a broadcaster. That is a distinction. He's absolutely right. He's tricked me, guys. I'm in big trouble. Well, actually, the distinction is both of their birthdays are today.
Husband and wife, really?
Same day. That's pretty cool, right? So give them a hat. Give both these guys a hat. You got how many left? All right, one more hat, and then we'll move on. Fess Parker. Guys ever heard of that actor? Some of you younger guys might not have, not been Nick at Night. So tell me, did he play Daniel Boone or Davy Crockett? Raise your hand, please.
Play both.
Whoever yelled, you're out. Let me ask you, sir.
David Crockett.
No, sir. Who else? You? Little girlie? No. Who else? You, sir. No. Okay. Both. Did somebody say both before?
Right here.
You?
Right here. No, this one.
Okay,
right
let's
here,
give it to
right
him.
here.
Dab. We got a guy back there for that. Okay, let's give yourselves a round of applause for a little trivia down here. So, I was even, John, wherever you are, I was at Woodstock, the original Woodstock in 1969. And even better than that, my dad made me and my two friends, I was actually in a Peace Corps camp in New Hampshire, sign a contract to go. Honest to God, it hangs on my wall at home. And it said, I won't drive over 55, the speed limit was 65. I will use seatbelts. I remember calling him and saying, Daddy, it's not illegal to not wear seatbelts. He goes, with me it is. So anyway, and it said, will not pick up hitchhiker, comma, regardless of sex. It said, will not drink, comma, even beer. And I gotta tell you guys, I did a few bad things at Woodstock as a kid, but they weren't on the list. So on the Monday when the show ended, Jimi Hendrix played. There were only 30,000 people left. It was a mud bath. I'm sure you guys have seen the movies and the pictures and the stories. But my people, the Jewish bungalow colony Schwartzmans, came in with trucks of bagels. I'm talking 26-foot trucks dumping bagels 30 foot high on the field. I'm sitting there next to my friend. Yeah, look at my people. We're great, generous people. And he goes, yeah, look over there. And there was another table to Schwartzman's Ward of $5 a cup. That part isn't true, of course. So I was born in Brooklyn, or like a breed of cattle, Brooklyn Jews. And my mom was so compulsive. And she would make you take off your shoes when you came in the house. Everybody's heard of that, right? And all the seats were covered in plastic in our car. And the guilt came pouring out. She used to say to me, you know, you have it easy. I used to have to walk miles to school every day, even in the snow. You did that too to your kids, huh? And then I found out that she was brought up in Miami. She put it right to my dad. Gave it right to him. I fell in the lake in the ice in Prospect Park Lake in Brooklyn when I came up from Virginia for bar mitzvah study. And I'm in Kings County Hospital laying there. I mean, I was in the water for a while, and you know, you can get very badly hurt from cold water. And they had us hooked up to intravenous, and I had an oxygen mask on, and my father peeked through the curtain. He finally came there, and I went, oh, Dad, oh, I'm so sorry, get away out of there. And he looks at me, and the first thing out of his mouth is, do you know what you did to your mother? My mother was like a Jewish Edith Bunker. I remember we were all sitting around watching TV, watching The Empire Strikes Back several years ago before she passed. and she announced, you know, I have to go to the bathroom. So I said, no problem, Mom. I'll put the TiVo, the new TiVo system on pause. She goes, I don't want to make all those millions of people wait. So I told you guys about my house. I wanted to tell you guys that my wife, I'm not really up on social media except for my comedy. And if you like my material, you can find me on Facelift, Twitch. Oh, you Asian guys love this, right? And Feeding Tube. Sometimes I Google gurgle. Sorry. So where were we, guys? We were talking about my home in Huntington. So I'm one of the guys who's lucky enough to be blessed with the miserable torture of having bamboo all over my property. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It went illegal in Smithtown. Now in Huntington, you're not allowed to have it. And it's honest. Don't get bamboo unless you know what you're doing, because I have 20-something kinds, and a couple of them are okay, but a couple of them are really, really aggressive, and I've taken out thousands this year, and it's the only thing, guys, that grows faster than my ear hairs. At this age, my neighbor, I thought he was gonna kill me, comes running through the yard, screaming, tearing his shirt off, going, incoming, incoming! All right, anyway, some of you guys get that. So, being a Brooklyn Jew, I was really poor when we were a kid. And all my friends had money. They took karate under the teachings of the master, and that would be? Bruce Lee, exactly. But we were so poor, I had to take Hasidic jiu-jitsu. At the time, under the teachings of Bruce Leibowitz. And he's now Tiger Shulman. I remember as a little kid in my bar mitzvah, I was a real smart guy, thought I was a wise guy. And at the end, I ran up to the rabbi and I said, Rabbi, you gotta give my parents a discount, you printed all the books backwards. So anyway, guys, I think that's my time tonight. I haven't been timing myself, but I'm gonna bring back your host, John Shea. Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Marc Zakarin, one more time.